Hello, am I audible? My screen is visible properly to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we will start with the lecture. So up till today, we have seen all the basic points from chapter number 1. We have seen overview. Just a minute. So we have seen the introduction, overview of business ethics, importance of business ethics, then the key context in the business ethics, that is globalization and sustainability, normative ethical theories. That point we have to see. Okay, so we are going to see now these ethical theories. Okay, so up till now, whatever points we have seen, I hope all of you are clear with that. So just we will go to that point, ethical theories. So we have just seen that basic concept of ethical theories. We will see that in detail today. Okay, so these are the points that we have seen. Globalization, 3 issues in globalization, cultural, legal, and accountability, that 3 issues. Then sustainability, that 3 aspects we have seen. Economic, social, and environmental. Then now this ethical theories we have to start. Okay, so basically what is the meaning of ethical theory? Can anyone tell? Ethical theory means what? We have seen that basic concept in the last lecture. So can anyone tell what is the basic concept of ethical theory? काय अर्थ त्या टर्मचा? Yes, Audumbar, can you tell ethical theory means what? And please put your names properly. Roll number, name. Rename your name in the proper format. This Redmi 7A. Who is that? Rename yourself properly. Yes. Who will tell what is the meaning of this ethical theory term? Audumbar is present for the lecture. Others?
Yes. नेटवर्क इश्यू आहे, थोडासा व्हॉइस क्लिअर आहे.
माझा व्हॉइस क्लिअर येत नाहीये का? Okay, just a minute. My voice is audible properly to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Audumbar, you are saying problem from your side. Or my side, what you are saying, I am not getting.
Yes.
Okay. So anybody else is able to give the answer? Ethical theory means what? Yes, Ashwini More. Ethical theory चं meaning काय आहे? आपण बघितलंय basic concept last lecture ला. Ethical theory is used for what? Nobody is giving answer. So I will just repeat. See, this is the last point from this chapter that we have started. So intentionally I have taken the initial point slowly with revision, but from next chapter onwards, we will further go with some more speed. Okay. So this is the last point in this chapter, ethical theory. Now, what is the meaning of ethical theory? So whatever is the reference guideline document that is used to form the business ethics or points in the business ethics, that is called as the ethical theory. म्हणजे थोडक्यात काय? हा एक baseline आहे किंवा these are the basic guidelines which you can use to take a proper decision in the business किंवा एखाद्या situation मध्ये how you should behave, what should be your response, that you can understand from this from this particular ethical theory. So here if you see in the next slide, there is definition of this ethical theory. So that is actually about normative ethical theory. But when we say ethical theory, that can be defined as the basic guidelines or basic guideline document for deciding the बिझनेस इथिक्स डॉक्युमेंट. म्हणजे एखाद्या बिझनेसचं तुम्हाला सपोज बिझनेस इथिक्स डॉक्युमेंट बनवायचंय, तर फॉर दॅट बिझनेस इथिक्स डॉक्युमेंट some reference guideline you require and that reference guideline is provided by this ethical theories. मग ethical theories मध्ये दोन टाइप आहेत, normative ethical theory आणि descriptive ethical theory. So in normative ethical theory it provides the general rules and principles of behavior. So these two types we are going to see basically, normative ethical theory and descriptive. Normative first we have to see, and after normative we are going to see for this descriptive. So normative means what? The name consists the term norm. Norm म्हणजे काय? Rules किंवा particular definitions. So normative ethical theory नावावरून लक्षात ठेवायचं काय असतं normative ethical theory मध्ये? It provides the general rules and principles of behavior. So it provides the general rules and principles of behavior that is provided by the normative ethical theory. जे काही जनरल रूल्स आणि प्रिन्सिपल्स आहेत that how a human should behave, ते जनरल प्रिन्सिपल इथं नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी मध्ये डिस्क्राइब, that points are described in this normative ethical theory. आणि डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी म्हणजे काय? एखाद्या पर्टिक्युलर सिच्युएशन मध्ये how the decision should be taken, that stepwise explanation is given. So that is the basic difference. So normative म्हणजे काय? बेसिक नॉर्म्स इथे एक्सप्लेन केलेले असतात without considering the situation. For example, we should always tell the truth. That is one standard rule. That is the basic principle, or that is general rule. Or another example you can take, that you should consider about consumers safety. You should consider about the consumer satisfaction. आता हे जे रूल्स आहेत हे सिच्युएशन नुसार चेंज होत नाही, ते बेसिक रूल्सच आहेत. त्यामुळं नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी मध्ये बेसिक रूल कन्सिडर करून बिझनेस इथिक्सचे नॉर्म्स एक्सप्लेन केलेले असतात. दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज नॉर्मेटिव्ह. आणि डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी म्हणजे काय? एखाद्या पर्टिक्युलर सिच्युएशन मध्ये किंवा एखाद्या कुठल्याही बिझनेस मध्ये हाऊ द प्रॉपर डिसिजन शुड बी टेकन, that stepwise description it is given in the descriptive ethical theory. That is the basic difference between these two theories. Okay, are you clear with the basic difference? Yes, at least now you can give answer. Basic फरक लक्षात आला का दोन्ही मधला?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we will see first this normative ethical theory in detail, and then we will go for this descriptive ethical theory. आता नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी मध्ये बेसिक कन्सेप्ट बघूया आपण. नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी काय? सो दिस नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी इट इज, सो नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरीज आर moral philosophy or ethics concerned with criteria of what is morally right and wrong. नॉर्मल जी फिलॉसॉफी आहे, नॉर्मल जे आपले ट्रॅडिशनल इथिक्सचे रूल आहेत, what is morally right and wrong, that is the basic guideline for this normative ethical theories. Okay, so it includes the formulations of moral rules that have direct implications for what human actions, institutes and ways of life should be like. Okay, so आपल्या बिहेवियर साठी किंवा आपल्या what action we have to take to decide that whatever are the basic rules, that moral rules or moral principles are described in this normative ethical theory. Okay, so another explanation is normative ethical theories represent systematic attempts to describe and explain moral and ethical phenomena. Okay, so whatever are the moral standards, so we will not discuss all these points, just key points you can highlight. Philosophical points, basic ethics points of what is morally right and wrong, that is considered in normative ethical theory. Again, it includes the formation or formulation of moral rules that have direct implications for what human actions are or what human actions should be taken at a particular situation. Then also these represents the attempts to describe and explain moral ethical phenomena. That is the basic concept, or these are the fundamental and general principles that underline the normative ethical theories. That is the basic introduction about this normative ethical theory. हा बेसिक कन्सेप्ट आधी एक्सप्लेन केला आपण. देन वी हॅव टू सी व्हॉट म्हणजे एक स्पेसिफिक 2-3 पॉइंट आपण कन्सिडर केलेले आहेत जे नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी मध्ये इन्व्हॉल्व असतात. और नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी जनरली एक्सप्लेन these 3 points. So 3 points we have to consider what is described in the normative ethical theory. Apart from this also many points are there which are included in the normative ethical theory. But basically these 3 points are considered in the normative ethical theory. So which 3 points? Individual versus institutional morality, questioning versus accepting capitalism, and traditional ethical theories. हे 3 पॉइंट नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी मध्ये एक्सप्लेन केलेले असतात. आता पहिला पॉइंट कुठला आहे त्याच्यामध्ये? इंडिव्हिज्युअल व्हर्सेस इन्स्टिट्यूशनल मॉरॅलिटी. सो व्हॉट डू यू अंडरस्टँड फ्रॉम दिस वर्ड इंडिव्हिज्युअल मॉरॅलिटी versus institutional morality? What is the meaning of this sentence or this particular term? Individual morality म्हणजे काय सांगा मला. लक्षात घ्या परत एकदा आपण काय सिक्वेन्सने बघतोय. पहिल्यांदा आपण काय बघितलं की जनरल इंट्रोडक्शन बघितलं की नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी म्हणजे काय की आपले बेसिक नॉर्म्स बेसिक मॉरल व्हॅल्यूज त्याच्यामध्ये कन्सिडर केलेले असतात. ओके. देन देर आर 3 points which are generally explained in the normative ethical theory, and that 3 points are like this: individual versus institutional morality, questioning versus accepting capitalism, and traditional ethical theories. हे 3 पॉइंट याच्यामध्ये सब पॉइंट इन्व्हॉल्व आहेत. मग त्यातला पहिला पॉइंट आहे इंडिव्हिज्युअल वर्सेस इन्स्टिट्यूशनल मॉरॅलिटी. म्हणजे जर त्या पर्टिक्युलर कंट्रीमध्ये जर इंडिव्हिज्युअल मॉरॅलिटीला इम्पॉर्टन्स दिला असेल तर त्याची नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी इंडिव्हिज्युअल मॉरॅलिटीचं एक्सप्लेनेशन जास्त देईल. जर त्याच्यामध्ये इन्स्टिट्यूशनल मॉरॅलिटीला जास्त वेटेज असेल तर दॅट नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी विल गिव्ह more explanation about this institutional morality. So what do you understand by these two terms, individual morality and institutional morality? Can you tell? Institutional morality and individual morality. Or first tell me what do you understand from that individual morality term? काय होतं अर्थ याचा सांगा मला. Yes. Individual morality. What you understand from that term? Yes, Shreya. Individual morality means what? When we say these two terms, individual morality and institutional morality, काय डिफरन्स आहे त्याच्यामध्ये सांगा. इंडिव्हिज्युअल मॉरॅलिटीचा अर्थ काय होतो? Anybody else? Individual morality means what? Shreya Kulkarni, are you there?
Ma'am, individual morality म्हणजे I mean that moral standards that apply the individual.
एखादा पर्सन जेव्हा आपण इंडिव्हिज्युअली कन्सिडर करतो मॉरॅलिटी ही जेव्हा इंडिव्हिज्युअली कन्सिडर केली जाते. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, इफ आय एम डिसाइडिंग पर्सनल कोड ऑफ इथिक्स किंवा what is my role as an employee, what ethics I should follow as an employee, what ethics I should follow as a businessman, what ethics I should follow as a consumer. तेव्हा जेव्हा इंडिव्हिज्युअल पर्सन किंवा एखादा इंडिव्हिज्युअल स्टेक होल्डर लक्षात घेऊन आपण मॉरॅलिटीचे पॉइंट्स डिस्कस करतो, देन इट इज कॉल्ड एज इंडिव्हिज्युअल मॉरॅलिटी. अँड इन्स्टिट्यूशनल मॉरॅलिटी म्हणजे काय? ओव्हरऑल फ्रॉम दॅट इन्स्टिट्यूट पॉइंट ऑफ व्ह्यू, what is morally good and morally or what is morally good that you have to write and what is wrong that you have to avoid, that is called as institutional morality. मग काही कंट्रीज मध्ये इंडिव्हिज्युअल मॉरॅलिटीला इम्पॉर्टन्स दिलं जातं. मग त्या कंट्रीच्या नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी मध्ये डिस्क्रिप्शन कुठल्या पॉइंटचं मिळेल आपल्याला जास्त? इंडिव्हिज्युअल मॉरॅलिटी, बिकॉज दे आर कन्सिडरिंग इंडिव्हिज्युअल मॉरॅलिटी ॲज अ बेसलाईन फॉर फॉर्मेशन ऑफ दॅट document. when we say the institutional morality. So in various countries, institutional morality is of more importance. So in that case, that normative ethical theory will consist explanation of which morality? Institutional morality. So based on whether they are giving focus for individual or institutional morality, accordingly that normative ethical theory document will have its content. That is the first point. Okay, so I will read this. Business ethics tend to have a moral individualistic perspective on morality. For example, US. In US, the individual perspective it is more considered when the ethical theory is written. Okay, whereas in Europe, it tend to focus more on the economic system and the wider governing institutions. Europe मध्ये institutional morality ला importance आहे. मग युरोपमध्ये जे नॉर्मेटिव्ह थेअरीचं डॉक्युमेंट असेल त्याच्यामध्ये यू विल गेट द मोर पॉइंट्स बाय कन्सिडरिंग इन्स्टिट्यूशनल मॉरॅलिटी. अँड वेन यू कन्सिडर द नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी डॉक्युमेंट इन US त्याच्यामध्ये कुठल्याचं डिस्क्रिप्शन जास्त असणार आहे, कुठल्या पॉइंटचं? इंडिव्हिज्युअल मॉरॅलिटीला कन्सिडर करून नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरीचं डॉक्युमेंट तिथं डिस्क्राईब केलेलं असणार आहे. ओके, सो देअरफॉर normative ethical theories in US tend to be more applicable to individual behavior, whereas for another for another country, whatever is that institutional morality, that will be given more importance. So whereas in Europe, design of institutions in economic system seems to have main influence in developing and applying the theory. तिथे institutional morality ला baseline consider करून normative ethical theoryचं document explain केलेलं असणार आहे. ओके, सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट सब पॉइंट. देन सेकंड पॉइंट, दुसरी कुठली केस असू शकते? वेदर दॅट कंट्री इज accepting capitalism or it is having questioning for that capitalism. Capitalism means what? Can anyone tell? कॅपिटलिझम म्हणजे काय? बिझनेस मध्ये कॅपिटलिझम होतं, याचा अर्थ काय होतो? Capitalism means what? Can anyone tell? कॅपिटलिझमचा अर्थ काय आहे? भांडवलशाही. So wherever there is a specific person is more involved in the profit, that is called as the capitalism. So in some of the countries the capitalism is accepted and in some of the countries the capitalism is not accepted. त्याला काय म्हणलेलं आहे? Questioning. Accepting capitalism means the capitalism is accepted and questioning capitalism means it is not easily accepted, but means it is not easily accepted, so more questioning is there or more cross checking is there whenever capitalism is there in the particular business. So I hope all of you are knowing this capitalism meaning. भांडवलशाही म्हणजे काय? जर त्या कंट्रीमध्ये सगळे राईट्स स्टेट कडे नसून एखाद्या पर्टिक्युलर व्यक्तीकडे असतील प्रॉफिट साठी वगैरे, तर देन दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज कॅपिटलिझम. मराठीमध्ये भांडवलशाही म्हणतात त्याला. मग काही कंट्रीज मध्ये कॅपिटलिझम ऍक्सेप्टेड असतं. In some of the countries it is not easily accepted, that is called as the questioning. So whether the capitalism is accepted or it is not easily accepted, for that this second point it is there. So just 1 minute. Okay, so we were discussing about this capitalism point. So that means whether the country is accepting or not accepting the capitalism. If it is accepting, accordingly that there will be description in the normative ethical theory. If it is not accepting, accordingly the normative ethical theories will be formed. That is the second point. So here it is given explanation. Most of the mainstream business ethics literature in US does not particularly question existing framework management, but ethics problem occur with within capitalistic system is given. In Europe, parts of business ethics focus on questioning the ethical justification on the capitalism. So based on the country, if it is accepting, accordingly that points will be there in the normative ethical theory. And if it is not accepting, accordingly that particular description will be there in the normative ethical theory. Okay, so the second point is clear. Questioning versus accepting capitalism means what? Yes. My voice is audible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Audible.
Okay. So that is second point involved in the normative ethical theory. And third sub point in this it is, so here it is given. Hence, considerable efforts in business ethics theory has dedicated or refining the ethical legitimacy of capitalistic economic thoughts and ethical theories helpful in solving day-to-day issue in the business life. Then traditional ethical theory. Traditional ethical theory, that is also one part in which is involved in the normative ethical theory. So the name itself indicates traditional ethical theory generally offer a certain rule or principles which one can apply to any given situation. Traditional चा अर्थ काय होतो? That is the from so many days. किंवा traditional ethical theory चा अर्थ काय होतो? These are the certain rules which can be applied at any given situation. So just before some time I have given the examples that you have to always consider about consumers safety. You have to consider about the satisfaction of the consumer. आता हे traditional ethical theory चा आपण example म्हणू शकतो. जे काही पॉइंट्स आहेत जे कुठल्याही सिच्युएशन मध्ये अप्लाय करू शकतो आपण, that is called as the traditional ethical theory. So which can apply at any given situation. That is called as the traditional ethical theory. So these three are the sub points which are involved in the normative ethical theory. Now, whenever we are considering these sub points, we have to understand that these all points we are not expecting to write as an answer in the exam. So that's why based on what question is asked. Suppose what is ethical theory असा question आला तर त्या केस मध्ये तुम्ही फक्त what is ethical theory, if that particular question it is asked, then in that case you can write this summary. त्याच्यामध्ये नॉर्मेटिव्हचे किती पॉइंट्स लिहायचे that we will discuss at last. But at least as a sub points we are discussing the particular things. Okay, so main concept हा आहे नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरीचा. नंतर 3 सब पॉइंट कुठले इन्क्लूड असतात नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी मध्ये? इंडिव्हिज्युअल वर्सेस इन्स्टिट्यूशनल मॉरॅलिटी, क्वेश्चनिंग वर्सेस एक्सेप्टिंग कॅपिटलिझम and traditional ethical theory. These 3 sub points are involved in this normative ethical theory. Now these 2 terms we have to see in this normative ethical theory: consequentialist ethics and non-consequentialist ethics. So because normative ethical theory च्या ज्या 4 theory आपल्याला बघायच्या, ह्या 4 theory बघायच्यात आपल्याला normative ethical theory चे example म्हणून. Those are egoism, utilitarianism, ethics of duties, rights and justice. हे 4 normative ethical theory चे examples आपल्याला बघायचे. मग ते example मध्ये ह्या 2 terms आहेत, consequentialist ethics and non-consequentialist ethics. So that we have to understand. So first we will see what is the meaning of this consequentialist ethics and non-consequentialist ethics. Consequentialist ethics म्हणजे काय, जिथं आपण घेणाऱ्या ऍक्शनचा काय परिणाम असणार आहे किंवा what will be the outcome of that action. Based on that we have to decide what action should be taken. Consequentialist म्हणजे जिथं परिणामांचा विचार करून इथिक्स डिफाईन केले जातात त्याला म्हणतो आपण consequentialist ethics. For example, if I am using this particular low cost material as an substitute, जसं फॉर एक्झाम्पल आता तुम्ही एखादं पीसीबी डिझाईन सर्किट बनवत असता त्याच्यामध्ये तुमची ऍक्च्युअल रेजिस्टरची जी रिक्वायरमेंट असते ते 1.1 किलो ओहम आहे ऍक्च्युअल, बट यू नो दॅट 1.1 kilo ohm resistors cannot be easily available. So what you do in the circuit, you can design that 1.1 kilo ohm resistor with 1 kilo ohm resistor. So means you are considering about the outcomes, you are considering about the availability, and then you are deciding that particular rule. That means जिथं परिणामांचा विचार केला जाऊन इथिक्स डिफाईन केलं जातं किंवा इथिक्स फॉर्म केलं जातं, दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट इथिक्स. आणि नॉन कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट इथिक्स म्हणजे काय, व्हेअर विदाउट कन्सिडरिंग द मोर ऑफ आउटकम the basic motivations or basic principles are followed. That is called as non-consequentialist ethics. For example, जे बेसिक गोष्टी आहेत त्याच कन्सिडर करून आपण जेव्हा ऍक्शन डिसाइड करतो तेव्हा त्याला म्हणतात नॉन कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट इथिक्स. ओके, सो फॉर एक्झाम्पल, सो कंझ्युमर सॅटिस्फॅक्शन, देन सिक्युरिटी ऑफ द कंझ्युमर्स, there should not be any fraud material that you should use for manufacturing of the product. हे जे काही बेसिक मॉरल प्रिन्सिपल्स आहेत बिझनेस मधले त्या इथिक्सला काय म्हणतो, नॉन कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट. आणि जिथं आउटकमचा विचार करून आपण एखादं इथिक्स फॉलो करतो दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज द कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट इथिक्स. सो दिस two terms just you have to understand. Okay, now we are going to see these 4 types of normative ethical theories. आता आपण आतापर्यंत काय बघितलं, नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी मध्ये बेसिक कन्सेप्ट, त्याच्यामध्ये इन्व्हॉल्व असणारे हे 3 सब पॉइंट, इंडिव्हिज्युअल मॉरलिटी, इन्स्टिट्यूशनल मॉरलिटी, क्वेश्चनिंग वर्सेस ऍक्सेप्टिंग कॅपिटलिझम, ट्रेडिशनल इथिकल थेअरी, हे सब पॉइंट त्याच्यामध्ये इन्व्हॉल्व आहेत. नंतर ह्या 2 टर्म्स आपण बघितल्या because the normative ethical theories so 2 ह्याच्यामध्ये क्लासिफिकेशन करू शकतो आपण, whether it is consequentialist ethics or non consequentialist ethics. हे आता आपण जेव्हा ह्या थेअरी बघू तेव्हा तुम्हाला समजेल. मग 4 मेन थेअरी आपल्याला बघायच्यात नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी मध्ये. फर्स्ट वन इज इगोइझम, सेकंड वन इट इज युटिलिटेरियनिझम, देन इथिक्स ऑफ ड्युटीज अँड राईट्स अँड जस्टिस. हे नाव आहेत इथिकल थेअरीचे. नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरीचे 4 एक्झाम्पल जे बघायचे आपल्याला त्या थेअरीचे हे नाव आहेत. सो फर्स्ट रो कन्सिस्ट ऑफ नेम्स. सो इगोइझम, युटिलिटेरियनिझम, इथिक्स ऑफ ड्युटीज, राईट अँड जस्टिस. मग ह्या 4 थेअरी पैकी ह्या पहिल्या ज्या 2 आहेत ते कुठल्या टाइपचे इथिक्स फॉलो करतात, कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट इथिक्स. आणि ह्या ज्या लास्ट 2 आहेत दोज आर फॉलोइंग द नॉन कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट इथिक्स. ओके, सो दॅट वी हॅव टू सी. सो माय स्क्रीन इज विजिबल टू एव्हरीवन प्रॉपरली?
येस मॅम, विजिबल.
मग आता हे जसं आता प्रत्येक एखाद्या वेगवेगळ्या मेथड्स आपण क्लासिफिकेशन बघतो, तसंच इथे नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरीज आपण इन डिटेल बघायच्या. ह्या 4 these 4 normative ethical theories we have to see. Then this comparison chart is important to summarize that 4 normative ethical theories. So I will just first give overall idea about the first theory. सो फर्स्ट थेअरीचं नाव काय? इगोइझम. मग कंपॅरिझन साठी पहिला काय बघा, कॉन्ट्रीब्युटर. कॉन्ट्रीब्युटर म्हणजे कुणी ही थेअरी इन्व्हेंट केली. सो इगोइझम इज इन्व्हेंटेड बाय आदम स्मिथ. So these are name of the inventors. Adam Smith has invented egoism. Then focus. कशावरती मेन फोकस आहे या थेअरीचा? This theory focuses on individual desires or individual interests. So it is very simple. So before going to this theoretical description, here is the theoretical description for this egoism. But before going to that, I will just simply explain की एखाद्या बिझनेस मध्ये जर कोणी फक्त स्वतःच्या फायद्यासाठी that particular things are implemented, then it is called as the egoism. So focus is on individual desires or individual interest. Suppose for our own business only or for our own profit, if that businessman is using some faulty material or some low cost material and compromising with the quality, then this kind of ethical theory it is known as by the name as egoism. आणि rules काय आहेत त्याचे? मॅक्झिमायझेशन ऑफ डिझायर्स और मॅक्झिमायझेशन ऑफ सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट. फक्त स्वतःचा फायदा बघून किंवा स्वतःच्या तिथं by increasing their desires, when the businessman is using some faulty material for manufacturing of that product, then that is called as the egoism. मग ह्याच्यामध्ये concept of human being. So man is an actor with limited knowledge and objective. त्याचे त्या particular person चे insight जे आहेत those are limited insight, or we can say that person is behaving as a selfish for this particular theory. आणि टाइप आहे ह्याचा कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट. असं प्रत्येक थेअरीसाठी आपल्याला बघायचंय त्याचा कॉन्ट्रीब्युटर कोण आहे, त्या थेअरीचा फोकस कशावरती आहे, त्याचा रूल काय आहे, तिथं कन्सेप्ट ऑफ ह्युमन बिईंग. सो मॅन इज कन्सिडर्ड ॲज व्हॉट और मॅन इज ऍक्टिंग ॲज व्हॉट, दॅट इज कन्सेप्ट ऑफ ह्युमन बिईंग. अँड टाइप वेदर इट इज कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट और नॉन कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट. दॅट इज लास्ट पॉइंट फॉर दॅट comparison. Okay, so we will see. So rather than seeing this explanation, first I have given you the overall idea. Smith has invented this theory. ह्याच्यामध्ये फोकस कशावरती आहे? फोकस इज ऑन इंडिव्हिज्युअल डिझायर्स और इंडिव्हिज्युअल इंटरेस्ट. सो एखाद्याचा वैयक्तिक त्याची काय इच्छा आहे किंवा वैयक्तिक त्याचा काय फायदा आहे हा विचार करून जेव्हा निर्णय घेतले जातात तेव्हा त्या थेअरीमध्ये त्या थेअरीला आपण इगोइझम थेअरी म्हणतो. रूल्स काय त्याचे? मॅक्झिमायझेशन ऑफ डिझायर्स और मॅक्झिमायझेशन ऑफ सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट. लिमिटेड इन्साइट्स असतात त्या पर्सनचे, त्यामुळे फक्त तो स्वतःच्या फायद्याचा किंवा स्वतःला काय हवंय ह्याचा विचार करतो. दॅट इज रूल्स. कन्सेप्ट ऑफ ह्युमन बिईंग. हाऊ द मॅन इज ट्रीटेड? मॅन ॲज अन ऍक्टर विथ लिमिटेड नॉलेज अँड objective. So man is considered as an actor with limited knowledge and the limited objective. And type of ethics followed are consequentialist. Obviously, I want that outcome. So by considering that outcome, some action is taken. म्हणजे जिथं परिणामांचा विचार करून निर्णय घेतला जातोय त्यामुळे इथं कुठल्या टाइपचे इथिक्स आपण ह्याला म्हणू शकतो? consequentialist ethics. Are you clear with the difference in consequentialist and non-consequentialist ethics? Yes, Megha. Megha Babar is there?
Yes, ma'am.
So consequentialist ethics का म्हणतो इथं आपण याला?
Actually, ma'am, माझं फर्स्ट लेक्चर आहे त्यामुळे मला समजत नाही एवढं जास्त.
Yes, you were absent for so many previous lectures. You go
Yes,
through the videos.
हा, okay, ma'am.
Okay, others? Yes, Shivani, is it clear? Egoism means what?
Yes, ma'am.
So now we will see just this description. Consequentialist theory मधले दोन टाइप आहेत, इगोइझम आणि युटिलिटरियनिझम. ओके, सो इगोइझम following the theory of egoism, an action is morally right if the decision maker freely decides in order to pursue either their own desires on own interest. Okay, that is the meaning of egoism. So the man has limited insight into consequences of his actions. So the only suitable strategy to achieve a good life is to pursue his own profit. Okay, for example, here it is given. If a producer makes and sells shoddy म्हणजे काय बनावट. If the producer makes and sells shoddy or faulty products, then consumers may suffer in the short term as a result of lack of fitness of the product and as that they have brought. And in the longer run, they will not go to the particular producer and they will choose the alternative choice. Okay, so hence the producer will avoid producing the shoddy goods for their own self-interest, but thus producing a situation that is beneficial to all. एखाद्या प्रोड्युसरने जर किंवा एखाद्या बिझनेसमनने फक्त स्वतःच्या फायद्यासाठी or to increase the profit if he is using the shoddy material and that material it is sent to the customer. So for some days customer will take that, but after understanding that it is not good or it is having the problem, the consumer will stop purchasing that material. Okay, that is the meaning of this particular term. Okay, and once the consumer is stopping, the producer will avoid producing the shoddy material or producing the low quality goods for their self interest, and he will again start producing the good material. Okay, that is the egoism concept. आता दुसरा जो concept आहे utilitarianism, याच्यामध्ये काय आहे, according to this theory, the action is morally right if it results in the greatest amount of good. किंवा ह्याला सिम्पली काय म्हणू शकतो आपण, हा एक्झॅक्ट इगोइझमच्या अपोजिट आहे. इगोइझम मध्ये फक्त एका पर्टिक्युलर व्यक्तीच्या फायद्याचा विचार करतो आपण, आणि युटिलिटेरियनिझम मध्ये एक्झॅक्ट अपोजिट प्रिन्सिपल फॉलो केलं जातं. कुठलं प्रिन्सिपल फॉलो केलं जातं, ग्रेटेस्ट हॅपीनेस प्रिन्सिपल, म्हणजे व्हेअर वी आर कन्सिडरिंग हॅपीनेस ऑफ ऑल or the particular action is taken if from that action or as an outcome of that action, if everybody is going to be happy, then that theory it is called as this utilitarianism theory. Okay, so according to this, an action is morally right if it results in the greatest amount of good for greatest number of people affected by the action. If all the people are happy because of that action, then that is called as greatest happiness principle. So that is the basic concept of this second theory. Okay, so here again we will go to this summary chart. बघा आता ही second theory आपण discuss करतोय. This is having contributor, it is contributed by this Jeremy. फोकस काय ह्याच्यामध्ये, पहिल्या ह्याच्यात फोकस होता इंडिव्हिज्युअल डिझायर, सेकंड मध्ये फोकस काय आहे, कलेक्टिव्ह वेलफेअर. वेलफेअर म्हणजे काय, सगळ्यांचं चांगलं, किंवा आपण एक सिंपल टर्म वापरतो, बहुजन हिताय बहुजन सुखाय, म्हणजे दॅट टर्म यू कॅन कन्सिडर हिअर. कलेक्टिव्ह वेलफेअर म्हणजे प्रत्येकाचं त्यातून सॅटिस्फॅक्शन होतं किंवा प्रत्येकाचं त्यातून चांगलं होतं. सो दॅट इज द मेन फोकस इन दिस सेकंड नॉर्मेटिव्ह थेअरी. रूल्स काय आहेत त्याचे, ऍक्ट, रूल this utilitarianism. So again, so याचा अर्थ काय होतो ह्या टर्मचा, की a decision or an action which is giving happiness to all. Okay, so that is the rule of this second theory. Concept of human being, how human being we are treating. Man is controlled by avoidance of pain and gain of pleasure. So man is controlled. What is main controlling factor for taking the decision? That is, nobody should get pain from that particular action, or nobody should get pain from that particular decision, or that person should get pleasure. That is the concept of human being. So man is controlled by avoidance of pain and gain of pleasure. So the main focus of man should be for getting pleasure and the pain should be avoided. That is the concept of human being. And type of ethics कुठले आहेत ह्याच्यामध्ये? Consequentialist, obviously. By considering the outcome of that action only, the actions are taken. त्यामुळे इथं ह्याला काय म्हणतोय आपण? Consequentialist theory. Okay, so that is the two consequentialist theories that we have seen. Okay, so we will see now the description for this second theory. So utilitarianism. So utility is measured in terms of pleasure and pain. So whether it is utilized for giving pleasure or pain. So what is our focus in this theory? To give pleasure or pain for all the stakeholders. Second theory मध्ये काय basic working principle? Here we have seen greatest happiness principle. So obviously our focus is to give more pleasure to all the stakeholders. Other interpretations of utility look at happiness and unhappiness, while other take strongly extended view that includes into the equation not only pleasure or happiness, but ultimately all valuable human goods. So these goods would typically include aspects such as friendship, trust. Not only we have to give pleasure, but along with giving the pleasure, whatever are these human values like friendship, trust, that value should be also maintained. The latter view in particular makes utilitarianism open to great number of practical decision situations and prevents it from being narrowly focused. Exact opposite. फर्स्ट मध्ये इगोइझम मध्ये फोकस जो असतो तो नॅरो असतो, फक्त स्वतःपुरता विचार केला जातो. फक्त ह्याच्यामध्ये कसं असतं, सेकंड मध्ये वी आर ट्राइंग टू मेक द वाइड फोकस while we are deciding the particular action, so that from that particular action more people are getting happy. So focus is on here the focus is narrow and here the focus is wide by considering maximum people. Okay, so that is the two theories we have seen in the consequentialist theory. So is it clear? Egoism and utilitarianism. Yes or no? Are you clear with these points? These two theories. What is the basic difference in these two theories? Can anyone tell? Yes, Shreya, can you tell the basic difference between these two theories? Can you tell the basic difference in these two theories?
Types of both theories same.
हा, येस, कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट इथिक्स आपण यूज करतो. पण ह्या दोन थेअरी मध्ये मेन डिफरन्स काय मला सांगू शकता कोणी? काय डिफरन्स आहे मेन? इगोइझम मध्ये काय कन्सेप्ट आहे आणि युटिलिटरिझम मध्ये काय कन्सेप्ट आहे? प्लीज टेल मी. What is the concept in egoism? कशाचा विचार केला जातो तिथं मेनली? Yes, Audumbar, can you give the answer? Yes. Audumbar, Shivani, are you present for the lecture, Shivani?
Yes, ma'am.
Then I am asking you some questions. इगोइझम आणि युटिलिटरिझम ह्याच्यात मेन डिफरन्स काय सांगा? इगोइझम मध्ये काय कन्सेप्ट? व्हॉट इज द मेन कन्सेप्ट? Yes, others. Amruta. So in egoism, the main focus is on individual desires. And in utilitarianism, the main focus is on the collective welfare. इथं फक्त individual benefit consider करून decision घेतला जातो. Whereas here, by considering the collective welfare of the society, or here you can remember the simple term, greatest happiness principle, where by considering the all are happy from that decision, by considering that the decision is taken, that is the second ethical theory. So that are the two consequentialist theories we have seen. Now the second type in this normative ethical theory we have to see non-consequentialist. Non-consequentialist मध्ये काय अर्थ आहे त्याचा, की without considering the outcome or without considering the effect, we are following the basic standard moral principles. That is the main concept of this non-consequentialist theories. So here we look at the two main types of non-consequentialist ethical theories that have been traditionally applied to the business ethics. So two types of theories non-consequentialist मध्ये बघायच्या त्या आहेत. या दोन बघितल्या आपण consequentialist मध्ये, egoism आणि utilitarianism. Then ethics, in this non-consequentialist we have to see ethics of duties, right and justice. So these two theories we have to see as a non-consequentialist. म्हणजे याच्यामध्ये जास्त सिच्युएशनचा किंवा त्या डिसिजनच्या आउटकमचा विचार न करता बेसिक रूल्स किंवा बेसिक प्रिन्सिपल्स आपण फॉलो करतो. दॅट इज इट कॉल्ड एज non-consequentialist ethical theories. So two theories we have to see, ethics of duties and right and justice. Okay, so that is the point here. So first non-consequentialist ethical theory is ethics of duties. So here we have to see ethics of duties मध्ये, or this summary chart I will open. So ethics of duties, who has contributed this? Kant. So inventor of this, it is Kant. More focus is on what? More focus it is on the duties. What are the basic duties that are given as more focus? So more focus is on the basic duties. Then rules. So this categorical imperative, that is one document which Kant has invented, and that document is a guideline document for understanding duties of a person in the particular business. किंवा एखाद्या पर्सननी पर्टिक्युलर बिझनेस मध्ये आपापल्या ड्युटी फॉलो करताना काय गाइडलाइन्स फॉलो करायला पाहिजेत, दॅट गाइडलाइन्स आर डॉक्युमेंटेड इन दिस कॅटेगरल इम्पेरेटिव्ह. तर त्या ज्या गाइडलाइन्स आहेत त्या ह्या कॅटेगरल इम्पेरेटिव्ह ह्या डॉक्युमेंट मध्ये डिस्क्राइब केलेल्या आहेत. Okay, so I will show you that categorical imperative document also. So on net, if you search this categorical imperative by Kant, then you will also get the description. मग हे categorical imperative हा main base आहे ह्या ethics of duties या theoryचा. Then concept of human being. So man is a rational moral actor. Man is considered as a rational moral actor for performing the duties, and a type of theory is non-consequentialist. Okay, so on internet if you see, so आता तुमच्या प्रत्येक लेक्चरच्या ऍडिशनल लिंक मध्ये स्टडी मटेरियल मध्ये I will add this additional things. For example, for this point we need the categorical imperative. Okay, I will just check that. Categorical imperative. So we will, if you categorical imperative. So see here, you can see Kant. So name of the scientist is Kant. So categorical imperative is the So categorical imperative would be one which represent an action or objectively necessary in itself without reference to any other purpose. Basic जे काही rules आहेत that are explained in this categorical imperative document. So if you search on net like this, then you will get the what is that? So for determining an action, morally correct action in any given circumstances, म्हणजे अशा काही actions ज्या कुठल्याही situation मध्ये always correct असतील. Okay, so that is baseline for that. So these two theories we will see in the next lecture. So I request all of you, please go through that slides before we start that particular point, so that it will take less time to cover. And after these two theories, we have to see the descriptive ethical theories. Okay, so then this chapter number 1 will be completed. So is it clear whatever we have discussed in the previous lecture? Sorry, up till now whatever we have discussed, is it clear? So today's lecture, what we have seen? Can anyone tell what we have seen in the today's lecture? काय बघितलं आपण आजच्या लेक्चर मध्ये? At least that I expect from you. What we have seen in today's lecture? Yes, Audumbar. काय बघितलं आजच्या लेक्चर मध्ये आपण? What we have seen in today's lecture?
Ethical theory.
Ethical theory. So normative ethical theory point आपण बघतोय. त्याच्यामध्ये आपण बेसिक कन्सेप्ट बघितला. काय आहे नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी म्हणजे? त्याच्यामध्ये जे 3 सब पॉइंट आहेत, इंडिव्हिज्युअल, इन्स्टिट्यूशनल मॉरॅलिटी, ओपनिंग और एक्सेप्टिंग that capitalism, traditional ethical theory, these points we have seen. Then these two terms we have seen. आणि नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी मधल्या पहिल्या 2 थेअरीज आपण आज स्टडी केल्यात, इगोइझम आणि युटिलिटरिझम. And this third one we have started. So these 2 points we will see in the next lecture. Okay, so today we will stop here. You just type your number in the chat box and you can leave the meeting.